What's up, Descendants? So let's go over the best Descendants in the game. These are kind of my top 5+. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So starting right off, I don't want to waste any time because I hate when YouTubers take too long to get to the point. So starting right off, if you want to do speed missions, there's nothing that comes close to Bunny. If you want bossing, Lepic, Glay, Sharon. If you want to do special missions that have a character that is required to do them, Enzo and Sharon are going to be your key Descendants. So let's go ahead and kick it off right now with Bunny. So I want to go ahead and now explain my reasons because, again, I hate when YouTubers take too long to get to the point. But I want to go in depth and kind of explain now so you guys can understand where this character fits in and why this is one of the best Descendants in the game. There's not one Descendant that is super good for every single thing, but by a long shot, there's not one character that can clear out speed content like Bunny. You're seeing a mission in hard mode, fully stacked with 4 players, with every single difficult modifier up. And the reason why this really matters is because you're going to need to have a faster Descendant if you want to speedrun the endgame content. It revolves around getting these patterns that only drop on specific missions. And Bunny can do all the missions super fast, plus she is very beginner friendly because, well, she's literally free. You unlock her by just playing the game. You don't really need to buy it. Now, if you want to get the ultimate one, doesn't matter. It gives you a little bit of extra stats, but there is no Descendant that comes even close to speedrunning any of the defense missions, and you're going to need to level up your weapons multiple times. You're going to also have to level up your Descendant multiple times because you're going to get a catalyst, and you're going to put some of those catalysts in some sockets. And if you are leveling up a weapon, you only need to have it equipped. One key thing that a lot of people may not know about when you're leveling up a weapon, like even if I was trying to level up my weapon for my Glay, let's say I'm trying to level up a different weapon for another character, I still will play Bunny. I will make a build for her just to run around in some of the defense missions, having that weapon out, giving that weapon XP, even though I want to use it for another character, because there's no character that is fast as this one. It's just by a long shot. So Bunny is going to be your main character that a lot of people will be wanting to use, not only because she's free, she's hot, and she's genuinely the character that I find to be the most fun, but you're going to need to do a lot of these missions again and again, and you can again use this character for endgame missions consistently because the character is so dang fast. Now, there are some objectives where you have to sit still, and Bunny might not be the greatest for it, but it's still overall going to be one of the greatest choices. So that's my explanation for Bunny. Again, there's nothing that comes even remotely close to this, and once you min-max the character, giving you infinite sprint, this character, this Descendant, is just by a long shot the best. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is bossing. So this one actually has an order. So with the order is from top to bottom, and this is my recommendation. So in this game, you definitely want some sort of Descendant to kill the bosses. And I'll also link a couple other content creators' videos down below in the pin, as well as my own. I actually already have a really awesome Bunny build as well as Glay, so check the pin for those. But there's a few other content creators that I think have really good videos on Lepic as well as Sharon. And what you want to ideally do is to do boss battles in a very quick time. So I can go and actually pull one up real quick because I think this is very important for any of you guys that are interested in farming some of those modules that may have a really low drop rate or some sort of auxiliary ports. This is really important as you're going to need to farm them multiple times. And some characters, if you go into a group, it'll take you 5+ minutes to fight a boss. Why spend 5 minutes on a boss when if you get the correct build, you can kill the boss? And I'm going to go ahead and just play a quick little snippet here. I just literally dropped this last night, and it is a Glay boss killer build, and if you build it correct, you can kill the boss before it has its special mechanic where you have to do something. And the difference between a 20-second kill and a 5-minute kill is massive, especially since you're going to have to farm these bosses maybe 100+ times. You need something to kill a boss. You can see that was a really fast boss kill. That was in 20 seconds. But even if it's 30, 40 seconds, whatever the case may be, you need to be able to farm the bosses in hard mode to really get really good value. And even though I myself prefer to play Glay, Lepic is objectively easier to play, and he's cheaper because he's literally a free Descendant. So on top of that, if you don't happen to have Lepic, because you didn't select in the very beginning, I didn't select him either, but you can still farm the characters up pretty easy. The ultimate characters are a little bit harder. But Lepic also has a boss killer build, and basically the reason why I suggest Lepic is because, one, he is a beginner Descendant, so you can just take it at the start. But in addition to that, you only need to get the modules for specifically the character. You don't have to invest into a weapon. But there is a Lepic build where you can take your arm cannon and just shoot the boss, and you can kill him faster than I've seen any other build. I have a 20-second kill with Glay. 10 seconds, yeah, that's faster, but that's not the reason why I'm suggesting him, because yeah, he can kill faster, but the main reason why I'm actually suggesting Lepic is because he is so much cheaper to build. You don't have to invest as much resources. With Glay, you have to upgrade the rocket launcher, and you have to upgrade Glay herself, and you're going to need those modules, those catalysts, and that's going to get expensive. Sharon also has a build where you can basically kill the boss. I think like 16 seconds is right now the current fastest. But the thing with Sharon, you need an ultimate weapon. You also need to level up that weapon. And you also have to level up the character. So you need like all these different things, and it just requires more. But these are, as far as I'm aware of, the best boss killers in the game. So that's my recommendation for you. So again, this one does have an order. Well, this one's only one. Now, these next two Descendants over here, these are for special missions. There are going to be some certain like materials or even missions that will require you to have a specific character. You can see this one over here where it says these little like vaults. These vaults are opened by Enzo, and they make it way easier, okay? So to explain this, there is this little mini game that you have to get these little keys for vaults, and this is tied to your progression in terms of getting some of the materials required for the end game. Energy activators and catalysts, you need this special material. So you pretty much have to do this. However, you can, in theory, just keep on playing the game and you will eventually get some of the material, but it's very rare. We're talking about like the gold ribbon and stuff. But this thing is straight up, it feels rigged. So I don't know if any of you guys grew up playing at like some like carnivals or Chuck E. Cheese or any sort of like a theme park or arcade where there's this light that spins around, and when it lands, you're supposed to hit it, right? And you think it's supposed to be skill. I feel the same way with this. Now, I've been playing games for a really long time. I swear, when I'm playing non-Enzo, the thing becomes so small, and I time it perfectly. In my head, I'm like, I hit it. And it's just like, no, you got it wrong, you failed. And the reason why it's really bad if you fail is you lose out on the materials. Like, basically, your key gets broken. So, it is more valuable to take specifically Enzo, because he makes the little like gap way easier, and it makes it so much easier. And on top of that, the nice bonus with Enzo, if you are playing in a group, what's nice is you may get invited to other groups because, well, Enzo's going to be the one that can open up these things to make it much easier. So there is kind of an advantage to having Enzo specifically just for that. Now, as far as Sharon goes, I'm going to put Sharon kind of like in a gray area right now, because there is these little stealth missions that you can hack to gain additional bonuses in terms of the resource. However, there's another way to farm the same material. It may get patched because it's kind of a glitch. What you do is right before the timer ends, you kill the boss at 0 and you fail the mission again and again. I'll make a video that covers this because this requires a very specific video. But Sharon, in theory, is supposed to go stealth. She's supposed to be able to hack this thing, and then you get your rewards, but that completes the mission. So you don't actually get a benefit off of having Sharon at the moment if you want to do that glitch. Now, you know, I don't know if they're going to be banning people for that. As far as I'm aware of, they've only been banning people for basically using aimbot in the game. But who knows? I mean, it's an exploit in the game. Take it with a grain of salt. Be cautious on it. But that's the two characters that have some sort of special ability to complete something that the other characters couldn't really exactly do. So those are my suggestions for the best Descendants in First Descendants and my reasons why. If there's any other builds or any other things that you guys felt like I missed out on, I will update this video, so please comment down below. Maybe there's another boss build that I have not seen, and you know, with a brand new game, there's always going to be people that figure out some sort of broken exploit or some crazier thing, so I'm sure that there will be some other boss builds that come out, but as far as I'm aware of right now, yeah, there's only really one Descendant for speeding, and those are the other characters that I can recommend. But if there's any other character that does something special, that does it better than any of the other Descendants, let me know. Drop a like on it if you're new here. You don't want to miss out on an update to this, because I'm sure that we'll figure out some crazier new like ways to farm certain things. So subscribe and I'll teach you guys how to do it. Anyways, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But those are the best Descendants.